You guys, welcome to Audrey's reading area. Yes, still National Women's Month, and today happens to be National Women's Day. So, I'm going to be shouting out my people. Yes, Alexa, what time is Audrey's reading area? Alexa, what time is Audrey's reading area?
Audrey reads in her area live at 8 o'clock p.m.
Live at 8, you guys. Shout out to my grandbabies, Korea, Sanaa, David the Third, and Kaden. I love you guys so much, and I miss you on my heart. Miss you guys. Now, you guys, click that share, click that like, go to YouTube, look for Audrey's Reading Area. Smash that subscribe button for me. Smash and share. Smash and share with everybody. Well, all right. Of course, I got to shout people out for Nationals Women Day. First and foremost, my mom. Thank you, Mom, for always being here and supporting me. My mom is that phenomenal woman. Got to shout out my friends. Yes, I got my girl Gail. I got my girl Deidre. Got my sisters, especially my big sister Rita. I got my daughter Asia, who I'll be shouting out. She's such a good mom to her kids. And shout out to my classmates and co-workers. All of you guys are so special. All you, yes, it's Women's Day, so I'm shouting out all the women. Shout out to my cousins and my aunts and my aunties, and especially Gigi, Auntie Gigi. Gotta shout you out. Shout out to my cousin Nancy. Shout out to there's so many people whose names I want to say. I did not write a list, so I'm going off the top of my head. Shout out to my girl Kim Ford. Shout out to you. That's my girl forever. Deidre. I got two friends named Deidre. Deidre Noonan, Deidre in, I think she's up in past Buford somewhere. But shout out to you guys. Shout out to, let me see, my girl Karen Morris. Shout out to you. If you guys have anybody you want to shout out, just type them in, comment. I will shout them out. Shout out to, let me see, all the people that have been close to me, that's been helping me. My cousin Carla. Yes, shout out to you, cousin Carla. Shout out to my friends, Carla and Carolyn. They are twins. Shout out to you, ladies, or phenomenal women. All of the people that I'm naming today are phenomenal women. Shout out to Stephanie. Stephanie, shout out to you. You know who I'm talking to. She did some Christmas before last. She was in some of my YouTube videos. So I want to shout out to her. She's been going through a lot. Tough, but she's tougher. Shout out to, oh my goodness, if I don't name everybody, they are gonna get me. So shout out to Susan. That's my girl, Susan. Yes, Susan in New York. Susan E. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Love you, girl. You are a phenomenal woman. Shout out to my girl, Michelle Buchanan. Shout out to you. You are awesome. Shout out to Eva, my girl Eva. Shout out to you, Eva. Um, who else? I'm gonna shout out to my mentee, Rachelle. She's a good person. My mentee named Rochelle. Shout out to you too. My girl Luvella. Shout out to you. Shout out to my girl Heather. Heather. Shout out. Heather. She just made it out the hospital. She's been pretty sick. So shout out to you. I've got to shout out my friend Tiffany Johnson. Yes, PE teacher at one of the schools here. Shout out to you. Shout out. I mean, definition of good friend, that's her. Um, Matter of fact, that's all of the people that I've just named, except for my mom. She's not my friend, but I guess she is my friend now because, I'm older. So shout out to my mom for, again, to my mom. So all of you have been really cool. And I definitely have to shout out my cousin, Keisha. Keisha P. Keisha Prudent. Shout out to you. Mwah, 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 mwah. She is just amazing. She's amazing in like every way. Shout out to you. Got to shout out my cousin Janique. Shout out to you, Janique. She's an amazing mom. She has amazing kids. Shout out to you guys too. Um, just I want to shout everybody out. Um, Ooh, I know I'm gonna forget somebody, and I'm gonna hear about it later. But I'm talking about you too. When I say shout out to all the women, that I know that are in my life, related or not, or good friends. Shout out to all of you. Yes, yes, yes. Well, all right, all right, all right. So I'm gonna shout out to some celebrity women now. Um, I have two books that I'm just gonna pull their names from. And so, of course, I'm honorable mention to these people like Nina Simone. Yes. Like, let me see. Diana Ross and the Supremes. Shout out to you guys. All you phenomenal women like Aretha Franklin. Yes, Aretha Franklin, Tina Turner, Donna Summers. If you don't know who these people are that I'm shouting out and naming, then please, please, please look them up. They are very important people in our life, like Maya Angelou. Yes, Maya Angelou. I've got to shout out I did Whitney Houston already, right? Shout out to Whitney Houston in case I did not say her name. Lauryn Hill. I'm a big fan of Lauryn Hill's. Shout out to Lauryn Hill. Erykah Badu. Erykah Badu. I am a big fan of Erykah Badu also. Shout out to Missy Elliott. When I tell you the beats and the stuff that she does, like all of her songs are banging, banging, banging. So shout out to Missy Elliott. Um, Shout out to, let's see. Let's see. Um, Shout out to, I'm going to try to name as many people as I can. I got to shout out to Cardi B. I don't know. She's just got this positive wind about her. Like she just blows by and then you have to smile.
It's 9 o'clock.
Just have to smile. So shout out to Cardi B. Let me see. I did say Nina Simone already. Did I say Dolly Parton? Shout out to Dolly Parton. Yes, I love her music. Some country music is just really on point. So I guess I would have to shout out Shania Twain also. I shout out Lucille Ball because that lady always, always, always made me laugh. I used to watch her show all the time. I have to shout out to Dorothy Dandridge. May she rest in peace. Some of these ladies that I've named are already resting in peace, or may they rest in peace. They've already passed away is what I mean. Shout out to, let me see. Look at all these people here and all these different books. Ruby D. Shout out to Ruby D. Ruby D. I'm going to shout out all these people. Yes, beautiful people. You guys got to look up Dorothy Dandridge. Maybe I will, I'll show you a couple pictures of Dorothy Dandridge. She's beautiful. These pictures taken out of the book Hollywood Black, the stars, the films, the filmmakers. And I got some of these from another book called Black Music Greats. So I'm not going to stop me now from trying to find all the Harriet Tubman. Shout out to Harriet Tubman. Shout out, she done helped so many people back in the days. Shout out to Pearl Bailey. Pearl Bailey. I know, doesn't she look like Queen Latifah? She really does. To my understanding, Queen Latifah might be playing her in an upcoming movie, but shout out to her. Shout out to Eartha Kitt. If you guys don't know who Eartha Kitt is, look her up. Shout out to Halle Berry. Yes, Halle Berry. Shouting you out. Shout out to, yes, I like Kiki. She just had a baby. Congratulations on your baby, Kiki. Who else can I shout out? There's so many, so many, so many women. Um, Angela Bassett. Why did I almost say Angela Bassett Jr.? I don't know why. But shout out to Angela Bassett. That is the woman. Like, she inspires me. You don't know who she is. She's played in Wakanda. Here is a little picture of her, Angela Bassett. Yes. Shout out to Angela Bassett. On this National Women's Day, I'm shouting out women. Um, who else do I want to shout out? Like Taraji P. Henson and Octavia Spencer. Shout out to you guys. Viola Davis. There's so many great women out here. Um, let's see. Jennifer Beals. Shout out to you, Jennifer Beals. Um, who else can I shout out? I already shout out Tina Turner. It is worth mentioning again. Tina Turner, my girl. Shout out to Tina Turner. Who else? Who else? Trying to think of anybody who I can shout out. Jennifer Hudson. Shout out to Jennifer Hudson, who now has her own talk show right now. So shout out to you. And this is Queen Latifah. Shout out to her too. She really does look like the other lady that I showed you. Shout out to Queen Latifah. So this is a shout out video. Shout out to all these beautiful people. Let me see if I can find anyone else that I can shout out. Women in... Did I say Rihanna? Yes. Yes. Shout out to Rihanna. Shout out to Rihanna. Let's see. Oprah Winfrey. Shout out to you, Oprah. Shout out to Taylor Swift. I love Taylor Swift. I love her music. I actually have a book on Taylor Swift. Maybe I'll read that this week. Who else? There was somebody I wanted to shout out, and I cannot remember her name right now. So, shout out to... What is her name? Gina Davis. One of my favorite female actresses is Gina Davis. Shout out to her also. Who else? I know it's Vanessa Williams. Shout out to Vanessa Williams. Yes, the actress. Let's see. I think I need to shout out Olivia Newton-John too. May she rest up. Yes, shout out to you too. Shout out to Aretha Franklin. I'm not sure if I said her already. I did not write a list. I'm just actually going off the top of my head. Shout out to Madonna. Madonna has no idea how much she's inspired me with all her music. Like, I love her music. Love Madonna's music, especially the beginning ones. Yes. Shout out to Pink. She's one of my favorite artists, like singing and entertaining and everything. Shout out to Pink. And you know, I must shout out to Janet Jackson. Yes, Miss Jackson, if you're nasty. Janet Jackson. Shout out to you, Janet Jackson. Shout out to Doris Day. Shout out to Marilyn Monroe. Gotta shout out to Kamala Harris, because she is, let me pull her name in here. Kamala Harris. Yep. Our Vice President, Kamala Harris. I keep thinking in my head Gina Davis, so forgive me for saying Kamala Davis. It's Kamala Harris. Our Vice President of the United States. Shout out to Kamala Harris. Who else? Once again, I think I got to shout out Tiffany again. My girl Tiffany. my friend. She's one of the best friends ever, ex WNBA player. She's a PE teacher now, and she's a coach. She runs her own basketball league here in where in my area. So just really, really, really sending a shout out to her. And back to Kamala Harris. Shout out to you. You are doing it up. Um, I got one more. Um, let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Keisha Lance Bottoms. Keisha Lance Bottoms, shout out to you. Thank you for all you do. I know it ain't easy, but you are doing your thing. Um, who else can I shout out to you guys? I got some friends that I can shout out, like one that comes to my mind. Well, mm, let me not. I don't want to mess up anybody's name. Um, going to pull up some names. Like, I have a lot of high school friends that are very special to me. I haven't seen them in a long time. I've spoken to them in a long time, but you know. Let's see. I know I already said Gail, my friend Gail. So shout out to you. Shout out to um there's so many people I would just want to say, but they're not coming to my mind right now. But you guys know everybody, my surrounding people, everybody that's affiliated with me, you already know I mean well, and you are on my list and you are in my heart. Who else? Who else? Who else? Trying to, I'm trying not to end this without saying everybody's name. My girl Maxine Bromwell. Man, shout out to you, girl. I'm trying to remember everybody. Shout out to everybody. Yes, I got so many people I can shout out. Amanda Gorman, by the way. Amanda Gorman. Shout out to you. She's the young lady that she read a poem at the inauguration. So shout out to you, Amanda Gorman. If you want to see a picture of her, Amanda Gorman. And happy belated birthday to you too. I see that it's your birthday, Amanda. Shout out to you. Um, yes, my cousin Melissa. Shout out to you. Shout out, shout out, shout out. Love you, love you. Um, all my cousins. Yeah. LaShawn Bennett is my good friend. Tanya Bennett, her sister, my good friend. Shout out to all of you guys. Um, I want to say all the, no, I'm not going to say it because, uh, yes, there's so many women. Shout out to Yana Jackson. She is doing her thing up in New York on Broadway. So shout out to Yana Jackson, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful young lady, and her twin Nia. Shout out to you, young ladies. You can look it up. I gotta shout out Crystal Charles, my cousin Crystal Charles. Shout out to you. Um, there's so many people. All right, I'm gonna end it. Maybe I should pick one of these people to read about. And Whoopi Goldberg. Did I say Whoopi Goldberg? Shout out to you, Whoopi Goldberg. How could I not say you in the beginning? Shout out to Whoopi Goldberg. Shout out to Cicely Tyson. Shout out to, oh man, there's just so many artists and celebrities and people that have made a difference in our life. So I'm going to end it here. Shout out to all of you guys. And thank you, thank you, thank you so much for being here and listening to me shout out all these beautiful women on this beautiful Women's Day. Matter of fact, shout out to Lady Liberty. Lady Liberty. Maybe I should read this. Should I read this? It is, after all, National Women's Day. Um, Liberty Arrives, How America's Grandest Statue Found Her Home, written by Robert Byrd. So, Lady Liberty. I actually have a Statue of Liberty somewhere else, but I don't want to pause this video to go get it because I wasn't going to read any books. I think I'll read this tomorrow. I'll read it tomorrow, but shout out to our female Statue of Liberty, Lady Liberty. I'll read that tomorrow, so stay tuned. Anyway, all right. Again, thanks for being here. Thanks for sharing my videos. Shout out to, I got to shout out Nancy. I got to shout out Victoria, who shares my videos all the time. Got to shout out my cousin Elide and her sister Patsy and her sister Carla. May she rest in peace. I miss you so much, Carla. I really do. She was also my birthday mate, born on my birthday. Shout out to you, Carla, and their mom, Rosemay. Shout out to you, cousin Rosemay. I love you. See, I'm remembering people. Shout out to all of you, and thanks for being here, and thanks for sharing, and thanks for going to Audrey's Reading Area on YouTube and subscribing and sharing. Thank you. I will see you tomorrow live. Live, live at 8. Live at 8. See you then.